go. Just start the recording, and then if we catch anything very amusing for the start, then we can use it as the opener.
I've got boot scooting baby stuck in my head now, and it's just not going to get out. Fantastic. If you hear any weird, like, stepping sounds, I am boot scooting.
I will... You said that in such a nonchalant way. I am boot scooting, yes.
I am boot scooting.
I will be doing the boot scoot.
I scoot the boot.
Oh no. Hello and welcome back to the Redcast. I'm your host Troy, also known as Red Archer Live, and I'm back with my new show, exploring the worlds of video games, content creation, music, and much, much more. As a reminder, these episodes are posted 48 hours early for patrons, and then released on both YouTube and Spotify after that. If you fancy becoming a patron, make sure you head on over to patreon.com/Red Archer Live and pledge as little as $1 to get access. And as a thank you for the fantastic reception to episode 1 across all platforms, I'm going to start picking a review every week to read out on the show. So our first one from episode 1 comes from the Scrub90, who wrote, "This is great, keep it up man, hope the rest of the Redcasts you do are as great as this one." So thanks very much for that, really do appreciate it. Leave your reviews in the comment section on YouTube for this episode for the chance to be featured in episode 3 in 2 weeks' time. Anyway, today's episode is going to focus on the content creation field, as our guest is no stranger to the world of YouTube. With 239,000 subscribers and a plethora of videos with millions of views, his video editing skills have even landed him an editing job for the game Theorists. And to talk about all of this and more, it's Alex, better known by the YouTube persona of Numberer1. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Pretty relaxed.
Pretty relaxed, yeah, because we've just spent an hour about to start the podcast and then kept getting distracted. So no joke, we started calling at 10 a.m. my time. It's now 11:36, and we kept going, right, we'll start recording now, and then just kept getting distracted. So we're already off to a great start. But yeah, so I think probably the best place to start off with this is talking about how we met, because there's a pretty tragic story to this. Well, tragic in the fact that I'm going to embarrass myself and probably shouldn't. Don't know whether I want to go through with this. Oh god, but no. So when did you actually start off doing YouTube videos? That probably gives a better context to lead up to this. When did you first start making videos?
I actually, I think the first video I made was in 2009. Actually, no, it was earlier than that. Probably 2008.
2008. Wow. Okay, you really do outlast me there a lot. That's like double the length I've been doing, and that's crazy. Oh my god. So were you doing editing stuff back then? What were you uploading at that point?
That was I didn't upload too much. I just made a bunch of silly videos. But I think the first video I ever uploaded was in 2009, maybe. And that was a Weird Al white and nerdy YouTube poop. So
you were literally right from the beginning doing YouTube poops?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's what you're known for, doing all the different YouTube poop edits. For anyone who doesn't know what a YouTube poop is, Alex, how would you best describe it to somebody, if you have a description? Because I'm not sure if there is
Okay, I'm going to do my best, no promises.
Okay.
So YouTube poop is getting existing media, visual and or audio, and editing it to make it absurd. That's probably the best way I can put it, simply.
Yeah, that probably is the best way, because I think there's no better way to describe some of the things you've uploaded than absurd, to be honest. As much as I like them, they definitely fit that description.
Fine by me.
Oh no, because so that leads into how I came across your channel, because I'm pretty sure the first thing I saw of yours was the very first Schlock episode, which was a YouTube poop of Sherlock, the TV series. I remember just watching it and being so confused. I had no idea what was going on, because I hadn't seen any YouTube poops ever, I don't think, by that point. And so I was watching it just going, what is going on? Because I hadn't even seen Sherlock at that point, which is what made it even funnier.
So you have no context behind it.
Literally, I had absolutely no context, and that was the thing. I only watched the show afterwards, and now it all makes a lot more sense, and that's what was funny, because I get around to the episodes and be like, oh, I see where you got this bit from now, from that episode. I've gone about it the wrong way. I should have watched the show first and then understood the context, but no, it's the other way around, apparently. But
it's a more unique experience.
Yeah, it was certainly unique, I'll give you that. But no, so I came across those, and I remember, because I was in college at the time, and I remember that every time you'd upload an episode, and at the start, every Schlock episode was monthly-ish, and so you'd upload one, and I'd be like, oh, there's another Schlock episode, and I'd talk to my mates about it, and they'd look at me and I had two heads, rightfully so, because they go, what on earth is Schlock? And I'd show them just a clip of it, and they'd just stare at me blankly, devoid of any emotion, just confused of what I'm showing them, which honestly is probably the fairest reaction.
That's the only appropriate reaction.
It really is. And then I just literally, like, this is going to embarrass me so much. We literally had a Twitter exchange. I'm not going to put it on the screen, like, for the video people on YouTube who are watching the podcast, which is the majority of you, and normally put images up that match things we're talking about. This one I'm not going to, because if you want to dig this out, feel free, but I'm not going to make it easy for you. But there was literally a Twitter exchange we had when you were saying about you were going to hit 100,000 subscribers. And I know this because I'm literally looking at the thread right now. I read it out to you before we started recording, and we both spent 10 minutes cringing at it, because there was a very embarrassing exchange where I was trying to be funny and just wasn't. And that's the thing at the time, when you're a very small YouTuber, like, I was saying this to Alex, like, well, I say it like you weren't at some point, but I feel like it was more common around my time when I started. Like, whenever you start a YouTube channel, you are just trying to suck up to everybody who has more subscribers than you, just to try and get a bit more, like, interest and, like, some more attention, and be like, wow, your channel's cool, like, share it. So, like, I slid in the obviously expected comment of, wow, wish I had that many subscribers, but I only got 1,250. And you just came back and just were like, oh, here, take some of my subscribers. And I just put, I take a follow if you're offering, with a series of winky faces. And you followed me from that. Honestly, what was going through your head when you did that?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, like, I can't.
No thoughts.
Oh, no thoughts, head empty. Like, that is literally just, like, the process there. Because, like, I'm looking at that now and questioning, like, because even though we've become friends from it, I still question it and think, like, you should not have followed me from that. That is just, it's just not a good.
Look, sometimes people make mistakes, and they can roll into even bigger mistakes. No.
Oh, no, do you know what? I thought you were going to Bob Ross it up there and be like, there are no mistakes, just happy accidents. But no, I'm...
Oh,
okay, all right.
No. We're long overdue for positiveness, positivity.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, I started off as a fan of yours, trying to kiss up to you, loving all your videos, and now I just cringe at everything you did. No. But you still do, like, YouTube poops every now and again. Not quite as frequent anymore, because, as I said in the intro, you've got a job for the Game Theorists, which we'll get into a bit later. But, yeah, like, I'm just constantly impressed by the level of editing in those videos. I think it's so ridiculously good, like, the amount of effort you put in. I don't understand it. I don't think I ever will.
I think it's just from a fascination of... Like, I love things where someone's put so much effort into something just so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, what's a good example? You know, actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf?
Yes. I think so.
Just the actual production, and they made a whole stage show off it, and then Shia LaBeouf was there. That's like the pinnacle of the internet. That is glorious.
That was fantastic, to be fair. I don't know how on earth they set that up, but it was brilliant.
I know. It's great.
It was yeah. Oh, that was wild. But yeah, so, I mean, you've done loads, and some of your videos have got so many views. I mean, you've done a series for Frozen around the time that came out and afterwards, but the very first one, I think, is still your most popular video. How many views has it got? 31 million. 31 million views.
That is ridiculous.
I'll agree, that is ridiculous.
Yeah. Why?
31 million views 6 years ago. That is crazy. YTP cold. Very nice. Which then inspired you later when Moana came out to make YTP hot. Which I greatly appreciate. Because I remember there was a clip in that people were putting in, like, meme compilations of, what's the guy's name Dwayne Johnson plays? Is it Maui?
Yeah.
Yeah, of him just, like, winking, and his face kind of, like, duplicates over itself. And everyone was using it, so then you uploaded it as an actual clip to try and, like, be like, this is my clip, please use this version. Which I just thought was very funny, because if you're getting into meme compilations, then you know you're doing something right. Or something wrong.
With that.
It could be something wrong, depends on your perspective.
It's a matter of perspective, but yes, wrong.
We'll go with the wrong one then. Okay, fair. I'll give you that. That's fine. But yeah, so let's open up a little bit more about your YouTube origin. So you uploaded your first YTP in 2009. What brought you to that point? Why did you want to make YTPs? Like, what inspired you there, if anything did?
Strangely enough, I was making YouTube poops before I knew they existed.
Right.
Which is very weird, but quick origins story, I guess. Very exciting. I started high school, elementary school, whatever you call it, in 2007.
Right.
And I think it was music class or something was encouraging us to use Audacity on the computers, which is a free audio software. A lot of people use it.
Yeah.
And you could manipulate audio to make it sound stupid. So my friends and I, whenever we had the chance, would just get on Audacity and start making stupid audio things with YouTube videos or ads or whatever we recorded on our phones and just sharing them with each other. And then I'm like, what if I upgrade this and put some visual aspects to it? And through that, I found out YouTube Poops already existed.
Wow. So you invented it and then realized that someone else had already invented it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Indirectly claiming the credit. Sounds good to me.
I take no credit for anything I've ever done.
You kind of have to for some of it. You have to for some of it. I mean, some of the jokes and things you put in there, like, you've got to be fair. Like, when people are making TikToks about your videos, you know you've done something right.
That's so cool.
Yeah, because that was another thing, was that the first episode of Schlock that you did, someone recently animated it into a TikTok, which I just thought was, like, I imagine that for you that was wild, but I was just looking at it thinking, the effort someone's put in to that, like, that is crazy.
And it's like high quality too. It's just so well done.
It is. It's so fantastically edited. It really is impressive. It's just, you've clearly left your mark. I'll give you that. You have left a mark.
I can die happily now.
You can die. I can die happy. I caused a good TikTok. Yeah.
Put it on my gravestone.
Yeah. Responsible for.
I use the term caused or responsible for. Not like encouraged or enlightened or inspired. It's you caused it.
Caused a TikTok. Yeah.
You did this.
It's the best thing to be credited for, obviously. I mean, that's such a fantastic thing. What do you actually use to do your editing then for your YouTube Hoops? Take me through, like, some of the software that you use. This is purely for my own interest, I think, because I don't know about anybody else's, but...
So, I started off with Sony Vegas.
Right.
That I used first. And then I moved on to Premiere, which was pretty good. And now I use a combination of Adobe Premiere and predominantly After Effects. That's where, like, most of the quote-unquote magic happens.
Most of the absurdity.
Yeah.
That was
the dumb face manipulations.
Yeah, like, for me, I use Sony Vegas, but for, like, well, mind you, I don't make YouTube Poops the way you do, so I don't need anything as advanced as After Effects, but, like, for 4-ish years, I was still using Movie Maker, which I find so funny that people didn't even clock it either, like, because sometimes I put text on screen and it was quite clearly the Movie Maker font that everyone who uses Movie Maker will put in there, and yet nobody questioned it. It's just...
It's even more impressive.
It was. Like, when I told people I was using Movie Maker, they'd be like, wait, really? And they'd be like, yeah, like, there's nothing special happening on this screen. What do you mean? Like, people would be genuinely surprised. And then when I upgraded to Vegas, like, I switched from Movie Maker to, like, I think it was Vegas 13 first. And then, like, just even having effects for, like, because when I do, like, news videos, I put, like, what I was reading out on screen. And when it was Movie Maker, it just would switch to a picture of the text. And I could do nothing special with it. Then on Vegas, it was like, right, I'm going to blur the background. And then I'm going to make the text on screen, like, appear. And then it's going to slowly spread across more of the screen over time. And just looking at that, I was like, wow, why have I been using Movie Maker for, like, 4 years? I could have been using this.
Not just one step up, it's like a whole damn leap.
Literally. Like, I feel like such an old person in not knowing how to use the editing software, like, not knowing the best ones, but now I feel much happier. But even, like, After Effects, I just couldn't use that. Like, I used it once for those of you who watch the Payday videos, which is most of you. When I made that How I Met Your Heister intro, that was using a template someone had created, and that was via After Effects. So my only experience is loading up that template, putting some pictures in and rendering it, and then deleting the program because I only had a week trial and didn't even think it was worth getting used to the software because I don't have the money to afford to pay for it. I was like, there's no point then. But there's so many, like, video editing softwares that are, like, so complicated. Like, After Effects, to me, Cinema 4D is a mental one because once you add a third dimension in, it's just brain freezing constantly.
After Effects initially seems so intimidating.
Yeah.
But if you know how to use, like, editing software in general, it's not too bad.
I might look into it then. I mean, I don't know what videos I'd make that would even need it, but it would be cool to actually know how to use more stuff, to be honest.
Right.
Oh, I don't know. But, yeah. So, like, all those different programs, like, so with using those, then taught me then through the timeline. So, like, when you want to do one of your videos, like, how long does it take? How do you plan it out? Like, how does it work? Like, talk me through your thought process.
There's rarely ever a plan. It is mostly just, I kind of want to make this. Let's see what happens. So if I've, like, say I've, like, watched a movie recently or just thought about a movie, like, that's a good idea. I can kind of, like, pick up, you know, a good vibe. You know, I got to be in the same wavelength with the movie to I make it sound so pretentious. I'm making dumb videos. No, I watch a movie or a show or whatever, and then I bring that into Premiere, and I just go through like the entire show and just kind of like cut it into jokes. It actually, I've got this strange thing where it almost feels like every single joke I'm doing, I'm plagiarizing from another one. Because I used to watch YouTube poops like so much.
Yeah, so did
And I feel like at least, yeah, like, at least like one episode, or each episode has like one thing that someone else has obviously definitely done before, if not better. So I'm always like this, like, oh god, has someone already done this? It's funny, who cares?
Did you ever get comments from people being like, wow, you stole this joke from this person?
A few times, yeah, yeah.
I don't think anyone even noticed, because that's the thing with YouTube poops. They're so, like, absurd that if there happens to be a commonality, you just kind of go, well, yeah, everyone's just got really strange brains in making these, so...
Yeah, it's absurd randomness, but sometimes we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of have to be. Like, you'll have to have that similar, like, that similar form of thinking to make something like that. Because I've considered doing it before with, like, some of the Payday 2 stuff, because there's, like, live-action trailers and stuff they do, and I was like, I might do that, and there is one person who plays Payday 2 who's done a couple of them that are really good, and I'm just like, I don't think I have, like, the absurdity to make something as funny as that, although I've wanted to try.
Surprised.
Yeah, I just don't think I pull it off. Oh god, but yeah, I don't know. I think I'd love to look into it, but yeah. So on average, then, like when you've got an idea for it, how long would a YouTube poop take you to make?
It depends on the source. I nearly said like the source joke. No, no one's gonna
Don't
get
make
that.
the source
It depends on
joke.
the source
That was bad enough at the time. Don't make it now.
We don't need it. It's dead now.
You literally made a Star Wars video that was called The Source Awakens. Like, once you've done that, that's it. Like, you've lost all internet credibility. And now anyone who's listening to this who didn't know you immediately now goes, nah, I'm not going to check him out. You made a Source joke in his title. Nah, done.
It's not worth it. No.
It's not worth
Delete my channel for me, please, if I don't do it first.
Oh my god.
So, sometimes a video, if I'm like really, really in the mood, I've got to be in like a certain mood for it, which is dumb, a dumb mood. I can like, knock it out in a day or two. If I'm really, really on the good, going well. Other times, like for the schlock ones, for instance, I try to like put more and more effort into each like sequential episode. So the first one probably took a day. The most recent one took over a month. On and off, but still, like it was hefty.
Yeah. Because you even go to the point where you put like Easter eggs into it. Like, that's far more effort than they probably need, but yet it's still amazing.
Thankfully that's the last step. But yeah, it adds more watchability, I guess.
Because I swear, like, was it on the most recent schlock you literally put like, wow, everyone's found the Easter eggs really quickly, but there's still one more left. It's like you like Avengers or something when they go, oh, you've spotted all the hidden secrets in the film, or there's still a couple left to find. A YTP doesn't deserve that level of treasure hunting, but yeah, it somehow works amazingly. Like, we were talking earlier about the fact that you put Sad Keanu in the Doctor Strange YTP, and then we literally sat and I tried to spot it in the video and found it. I was just like, I don't know how I never noticed it, because I've seen some of those videos so many times. That's fantastic. I don't even... Oh, well, I'll tell you what then. Let's switch it up. Let's go off the cuff a bit. What would you say out of those videos would be your crowning glory? Is there one in particular that stands out to you as like your proudest video?
It's no longer on YouTube. It's on Vimeo now because Warner Brothers took it down, except for the small clips from it. For some reason, those are still up. I don't know why. But it's Batman, the animated Batman.
That was fantastic. That was an absolutely fantastic
for
video.
people who haven't seen it, basically, I watched, I think it was like Batman and Harley Quinn. It's a movie that came out a year or two ago. And I noticed that the pacing in the movie was so awkward. There was a lot of like awkward pauses. So I went out of my way to make the pauses longer, and it became something very different.
Yeah, including a moment where Batman regurgitates milk and empties it out into a glass. Like, what makes me laugh about this is, like, people who haven't seen the video listening to me say that, they probably think it's the most disturbing thing ever. When you watch it, you're just like, oh my god, like, because it looks so easy to do. Like, it literally, like, I don't know whether that's how you did it, but it literally looks like you just could reverse the video and bam, you're done. Like, it looks fantastic.
It was that. It pretty much was just reverse. I spent more effort on the sound than I did anything else, which I like never do because I suck at audio stuff. But like I put like so much. There was like 15 layers of audio in that one video alone.
15 layers. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, I'll tell you what, like for listeners again, I'll put the Vimeo link to that in the description so people have got more access to it because it's not on your channel. It is worth the look up because it is a fantastic video. Like I could back you saying that one is being your crowning glory completely. Will there ever be a animated Batman episode 2? Because you did call the first one episode 1.
I did, but I kind of like the idea that that's the only one, even though it's called episode 1. I was going to call it episode 2, but I thought that's a bit too confusing, so I just stuck with the first one.
Yeah, I've done that before when I've like recreated stuff, like, because I used to love recreating, like, well, I still kind of do, like, recreating like trailers and stuff in different games. Like, I went through a phase where I'd do like loads of different Payday 2 trailers and stuff in GTA, and just went through loads of different things. I remember doing one for The Wolf Among Us in GTA. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. And it didn't turn out awfully, but it wasn't amazing. And I called it episode 1, planning to do more, and never did. So I kept thinking to go back and fixing it, but I was just like, no. I was like the same logic as you, just like, no, just have it as episode 1 and let it be the only one. Even though what I did there is nowhere near the same quality as yours. Because that's like now, I don't even know, like 3-4 years old at least. It's got to be. It has to be. I hope it is.
Yeah.
If it isn't that long ago, I will be worried because I don't know where my head was at that point. Oh no, but. Yeah, I can back that completely, so I will leave the link to that in the description, because it's so good. It's so good. I don't even know how you came up with half that stuff, because I don't think I've ever known another YTP where you've literally uploaded, like, almost teasers leading up to it, because I think you did 2 of them.
Yeah, the milk one and the popping scene.
Yeah, Bat Milk and Bat Pop.
Yeah.
Those are fantastic. Like, I was just looking at it thinking, okay, he's just done something random here, and then quickly realised when you uploaded the episode, I was like, oh, he's actually going for a full thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like when you see all those bits of the trailers and you try and spot them in the films, it's like, oh, I've seen this bit before, this is where it comes in. Yeah. Oh my god. Well, then I suppose a good question then, 'cause since that's one of your more recent videos, how do you feel that your craft has evolved over the years? Like, how do you feel like things have changed for you as you've gotten more proficient, shall we say, at making these videos?
I think one thing that helps is I'm constantly judging myself, even more than other people. If that's possible, you've seen the internet, it's very judgy.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm like, it's the thing, like, I'm never satisfied, except on the actual Batman one. For some reason, I'm really happy with that. Nothing else. But it's like, it's that constant push that's kind of made it all worthwhile.
Yeah.
So I think, like, going from, Cold was made in Premiere alone. And that was pretty much when I just started using Premiere. I think the first video I made when moving from Vegas to Premiere was the first Cold. And now I'm using After Effects stuff and doing animations and 3D tracking and all this initially stuff that I was like completely like unfathomable. And now I like click 3 buttons and I've made a stupid joke. It's great.
Press button for humor.
If only it was that easy.
Oh my god. No, because I can back that, like, you being judgy, because you literally did put in one of your Sherlock episodes, like, Schlock episodes. Sorry. Gotta get it right. At the end of one of the Schlock episodes. Like, you literally just slid an audio clip of, I think it was Mrs. Hudson just going, that wasn't really very good, was it? I'm pretty sure, because I was looking back at some of these for this podcast, and I looked in the comment section, and I think you pinned a comment from someone literally saying, I agree with the last statement of this video. I was just like, oh, okay. Not only is that like kind of sad, but he's also horsed it and pinned it. So is that self-hate like?
I think I've pinned a video on Cold itself, which is like this. How is this the most viewed YouTube poop?
Actually, that's a good point. It probably is the most viewed YouTube poop. I think the only ones that might top it are like some of the music ones, like Despacito 2 and stuff, like what's his name, Flying Kitty's done. But like as actual like episode, like media recreation that isn't like a song, that probably is the most viewed one. That's an uncomfortable thought. Let's just search YTP and filter for most views, and let me just see if it is at the top.
I really hope it isn't.
Oh my god, it is.
You're kidding.
If you just search YTP on YouTube and sort it for most views, you're in the lead by 14 million views.
No.
The next one after it is YouTube Poop. The Sky Had a Ouija.
I know that one.
I don't know that one. I do not know that one at all.
That's an old one. That's like years and years old.
Well, there you go. I don't know. No, we've got. I'm just trying to see if there's any I actually recognise. Michael Rosen's Chocolate Boy Obsession has 8 million views.
Oh, the Harry Potter ones are insane. The Master Boob ones. Have you seen any of those?
No, I haven't seen those.
If you think I'm talented even the slightest, that blows me out of the water. It's so well done.
We've got Flying Kitty, Alpaca Hawk. There's a few I do recognise, but yeah, 14 million views in the lead there. Your description just starts with that ending, though.
That was like the sole comment for years, and I just threw it in there because...
Was it? Wait, did it take a while to like explode?
Huh?
Did it like take a while for the video to actually like explode then?
No, just all the comments were one after another. I used to like check all the comments because I'm like, oh, this is cool as hell. And then one person said, dead ending, though. And then the other person said, dead ending, though.
I just thought you meant there was one comment just on the video for a really long time that said that. I don't... So everyone just kept... Oh my god, I've got to look at the comment section for this. Oh my god, this will be fantastic.
I'm sure you'll be able to find at least 3.
Let's see. I've muted the site so it doesn't come up in the podcast. Let's have a look. The ending actually made me laugh so hard. Well, that's not quite right. Oh, I can't even see them now. There's loads that people are like they're all just quoting the video.
That's about right.
Someone commented called Beppis said YTP is basically just normies in 2020 trying to make a meme. Okay.
Sure, even though it was made in 2014.
Yeah. This is the best YTP ever. I used to watch this a lot when I was young.
Yes.
Do you get comments like that about like I watched you when I was a kid?
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It was made it like last year.
I think I've had that comment like once or twice, like really, really infrequently. But I think somebody says to me like, I used to watch your Payday 2 videos when I was young, and I was like, mate, I only started doing Payday 2 stuff like 3 years ago. What do you mean when you were a kid? Like, it's not been that long.
I went from 12 to 13, and that's a whole year. Now they're adults. Now they're men.
Yeah, now they've just evolved. It's like Pokemon. Oh my god. It's strange though, isn't it, to think like if content you've made impacted somebody in that way, and they're like, I grew up watching you. It's like, did you though? Like, I don't feel like I've grown up, so how have you?
And that's the 14.
Yeah, I question it. I do question it, but I mean...
Mentally, I am.
Oh, yeah. Like, no. Especially considering, well, for you, if it was an older video, because, like, the first one you made was, like, 2009. If it was someone talking about, like, that video, fine. You know, you could kind of give credit to that. But, like, 6 years ago isn't all that long ago, really.
No, it isn't.
But then again, if I think about how much I've changed as a person since I started, like, to be fair, actually, maybe, maybe I'm going to take that statement back.
It's a lot faster when you have absolutely no memory of the past, like, 3 years.
You see, I would have no memory, but my community makes a habit out of reminding me of the old videos I made, like the very first Payday 2 video I did before I was known for it. Like, I made it, like, I think it was 5 years ago now. And it was a horrible video. It was a complete mess. I had no idea what I was doing. And now it was called Bank Heist 101. That was the name of the video. Like, I thought, oh, that's some cool, catchy YouTube title. And now everywhere I go, whatever I say, everyone goes, this is not as good as Bank Heist 101. I'm just like, can we let the video die, please? It was not very good. Stop ramming this joke. It's not funny.
Oh, it's pretty good. But have you seen Bank Heist 101?
Yeah, literally, like...
Didn't think so.
Literally, like when I'm streaming like games, like I streamed the Avengers game yesterday, and I'm pretty sure at one point someone went in, this game's cool, but it's not as good as Bank Heist 101, and I just ignored it because I went, I'm not bringing this meme up again.
It's unavoidable. The fact that you've mentioned it right now means it will never die.
Yeah, like I realised now in saying this, the comment section is going to be full of, I really like Bank Heist 101, or I hadn't heard of this Bank Heist 101, then I checked it out, very impressed, 10 out of 10, or like loads of like really bad comments like that. Oh my god.
It's a podcast, it's no Bank Heist 101.
I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to really regret it because this might end up happening, but imagine if all the comments are just about Bank Heist 101, so whatever like comment it is, I'm going to end up on the next episode of the podcast having to read out a Bank Heist 101 comment. And what's funny about that is, as a tease for everybody, the next one is a Payday guest, so that will make it even worse, because then I'll be like, oh, hey, because then they'll go, oh, what's this Bank Heist 101? And I'll go, you don't want to know. You don't want to know that. You don't.
Well, it's so important if everyone's mentioning it.
So be it as well, that's what they'll say. Oh, I'm worried, Alex. I'm really worried. Do you have any videos like that you just like pretend like didn't happen? like some of your old YTPs.
Have you seen my channel?
Have I seen what?
My channel?
I mean, I've seen bits of it, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, there's so many good ones.
Answer.
To be fair, I've never taken the time to actually look at like your oldest videos. Like if I just go into your videos now and just sort by.
I think it's a Halo Reach video.
Halo Reach betrayal fail.
Yeah. Yep.
And then you've got Skate 3 Crunch. You've got the
That's a
amazing
classic.
Derp, which is 1 minute 29 long.
Oof.
You've got Einding of Bizek. Yes, I read that right. Einding of Bizek.
You did. Well done.
Far Cry 3 Sea Leopard, which did you? Oh my god! Please tell me that's not the classic YouTuber thing of recording a TV screen. I think it is. Oh my god!
It absolutely is.
Oh, it is. What on earth are you? Wait, is that just you skinning? Oh, it's just you skinning a leopard underwater.
Yes.
And it's still
a
still
true
alive.
classic.
Wow,
it's still alive.
That is a true classic.
Amazing.
I thoroughly recommend anyone listening to this to go and look, like, just go to his channel and just look at the old ones.
No.
Halo Reach Betrayal failed.
No.
Everyone leave comments.
Oh.
No, here we go. Let's combine the jokes.
Views.
No. Let's combine this now. Everybody who's listening, at some point after the podcast is finished, give me the watch time. I need the watch time, please. Thank you. After the podcast, or pause it and go do it now. Go to his channel. Go to his oldest videos and comment about Bank Heist 101. Let's combine the memes.
Yeah. Oh, Halo Reach Betrayal fail. It's pretty good. It's not Bank Heist 101.
Yeah, wow, this sea leopard is really cool. But have you seen Bank Heist 101? It's a cultural masterpiece.
What have you done?
I really hope that people do that now, and I will, at some point, we'll go back to, like, the sea leopard one, or just any of the old videos, and just constantly peek and just go, has someone left that comment? And then as soon as I see one, I'll be like, there we go!
Yeah.
It'll be perfection. It will be perfection, and I have absolutely no regrets there. Absolutely none. Honestly, I just... Oh, God, I really don't know. Okay, so, let's talk next then about getting the job for the Game Theorists, because obviously this is something that obviously is developed from your editing skill. So how did that come about? Like, what made you think, I want to actually become an editor for somebody?
It kind of just happened, strangely. I'm just insanely lucky. I'm not even kidding. So like, I started making a different channel, just a personal one to throw whatever on, which still exists, but I've kind of pushed that aside for now.
What's the channel name? Go tell everyone to subscribe to it. It's
Sedge.
There you
It's
go.
been a lot. I'm actually pretty happy about the highlights on that one. Nevertheless, so one of the first videos I made, I wanted to make parodies, because one thing I used to love is, like, one of the best ways to learn, I think, is trying to copy another person's style, like you do with the trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, what's like a unique editing style that would be a challenge to mimic, but would actually be like really worthwhile and I could learn a lot from? And my friend recently introduced me to Game Theorists.
Okay.
MatPat. So I made a game theory parody. It's bad. It's not good.
I haven't seen this. Where did you put that? Is that on Sedge or is it on?
It's on Sedge. It's one of the first videos.
Oh my god, I haven't seen it. I have not seen this.
The comedy sucks. The editing is apparently close enough, because during the production, I actually managed to get in contact with one of the existing editors.
Right.
And I said, can I borrow the intro, if that's even possible, just the intro files, because I couldn't be fucked making it by myself. And he's just like, nah. I'm like, oh, okay. But can I at least pass it on? He's like, yeah, all right, cool. So when I finished the video, I sent it to him. And then I was like, okay, cool. He might have seen it, he might not have. Then he sent a message back a few days later, just saying, Matt's really interested. He really liked your video. How would you be up for a potential job?
Oh my god!
And this was my first year. I think first or second, one of my first years at university, where I was like, I had no idea where I was going from here. I didn't know what to do at all. So starting university with, hey, maybe this will get into a career, and then just instantly like, here's your job.
I thought you were meant to finish the degree before you got a job. This seems like a very strange way to go about it.
It's not very traditional, I'll say that much.
Oh, did you stay in university then and like finish it, or did you just like?
Yeah. I've got Bachelor of Creative Arts, Animation and Motion Capture.
That's pretty cool. And then there's me just going for a maths degree.
If it makes you feel any better, a maths degree is way more important, and also I have an animation degree and I can't draw. So follow your dreams, even if they're impossible.
I mean, yeah, I was going to try and come up with some kind of positive there. I don't know how. Yeah, learn to animate. Just learn.
Yeah.
See, the difference is, though, I don't know what I want to do. I picked a maths degree because it just was something that I was good at college. Not good at it anymore, but I was good at it, and I was just thought, well, this will be cool to get a job. I'll do that.
What happened?
I still doing it, painfully.
Well done.
You say well done, but like, well done, you didn't quit yet.
For not giving up yet.
Oh, I'm 3 years in. I've only got one more, man. I got to stick it out. I
Well,
have no idea what I want to do. Like, people keep saying to me, "We're gonna make YouTube your job," and I'm like, maybe if I had a bit more than 18,000 subscribers, I'd consider it. But right now, I don't have enough to feed me every day. So,
it's that awkward balance of like, do I make stuff that people want to watch, or do I make stuff that I want to make? There's a fine balance there.
I'm quite lucky that with the Payday 2 stuff that fits both. Because I enjoy making those videos and they get a really good reception. So I'm very, very fortunate there. If I ever get tired of Payday 2, I'll be screwed. But hopefully that won't happen because I've been doing it now for several years. And I would have hoped that at this point, if I'd have got bored, I probably would have done.
Makes you feel any better. I'm sure Payday 3 is around the corner.
It's 2 or 3 years away, but yeah, okay.
Well, you just got to sing out with Payday 2 for another couple of years and
you gotta keep going, man, Oh, no. That's the thing, like, I'm really excited for when Payday 3 does release, because at that point then, I'll be making so many videos that'll be pouring out of my ears. Like, if I've got a job by that point, that job's gonna be screwed, because I'm gonna be like, hey, can we turn down the shifts, please? I've got family commitments I need to do, and it's just, welcome back to this Payday 3 video. Today we're gonna be
Where are the developers based?
Sweden.
You could move.
They got job offerings in Sweden, man. They got job offerings. You go over and work for them,
Yeah, why not?
Oh god, I haven't got the faintest idea about game development at all. I haven't got the faintest idea.
I feel like maths kind of like goes into maths. Everything uses maths.
That is a very good point. As much as I hate to admit it,
coding maybe.
Yeah, could work.
Yeah.
Listen to this. This has gone from learning about you to just you finding me a career. So thanks for that. In today's episode of the Redcast, Number1 finds me a job.
Oh man, I can get a real damn good dishwashing job at the local deli.
Oh, that sounds good. Sign me up for it. I'm so down. Oh no, I don't know. But yeah, I just want to keep pushing it. Like, I really would like to get it to the point where it could even be a part-time job. I said to myself, if it got to the point where like I was getting sent money from Google every month from YouTube, that I could call it a part-time job. But to be fair, you only need to be making £60 a month to do that. So like even the smallest part-time jobs are going to pay you a lot more than £60 a month.
Yeah.
So like I still hesitate to even say it that now. I'm like, because people go, oh, you're just trying to make loads of money on YouTube. I'm like, mate, you don't know how much I make. It's not very much. Don't, like. Makes me laugh.
I'm rolling in the coins.
Yeah, I'm just rubbing these 2 pennies together that I made off that 10,000 views, so thanks for that. Honest to God, I don't know. I don't know. How long have you actually been editing for Game Theory now, then?
So it'll be 5 years this year.
5 years? Jeez.
Yeah.
Blimey, I didn't think it'd been that long, because I remember when you told me, I think it was like a year or two ago, and I think I just assumed at that point that it hadn't been that long, and you were just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm editing for the Game Theorists now. So you were editing them whilst making those schlock episodes every month. How did you manage that?
Yeah. And uni. Don't forget uni.
And uni, yeah.
Which had a 3-hour travel because I didn't have my license, and that was only one way. So
rock and roll!
Let's just say I was doing really well until I wasn't. It caught up like crazy. I had a moment, I think it was not this February, but the last February, I got so burnt out that I took an entire month off everything.
Oh my god, really?
And I didn't do anything during that month either. I was like, no, I'll develop my new channel. I've got this whole new concept ready to go. And then I just like sat in bed for a month because I was so insanely burnt out from working on 3 different YouTube channels and developing a 4th.
Blimey.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Like, even when I made a second channel, I was like, because I always used to take the mick out of people with second channels, because I'd be like, oh wow, you know, like just trying to make more channels to make more money and stuff. Like, especially when you're a small YouTuber, because like I knew someone like back in the day who like had like 60 subscribers and then made a vlogging channel as well, and I was like, why are you doing that? Like you like. No offense, you haven't got enough subscribers to do the main channel yet, like, and you're making and that was like my, because I was thinking when I made my second channel, I was like, I'm not gonna like have regular videos on here because that's just not gonna happen. So just like, I'll just put memes on it. I'll just make memes whenever I feel like making a meme. Just put it on there, and then I don't have to embarrass myself on the main channel. Oh my god! But there's a video of there on there of me singing, and someone came across it because it was the first video uploaded on there, and someone literally said in my Discord recently, they're like, I found this in my recommended on YouTube. I was like, it recommended that to you? What? It has 300 views. What do you mean it recommended it to you? So I was left feeling very uncomfortable by that. But yeah, I
showing off your talents.
Yeah, so having that many channels, I don't know how you could cope. I don't. And then university, and then the job. How do you breathe still? How are you still alive?
I had a moment where I died and came back to life.
Ah, yeah. See, that makes more sense. I can understand that. I can get that. That's fair.
That's from a symbolic level. That's not too far from reality.
Oh God. Okay,
I really
then.
felt like it. Yeah.
Well, on that note, should we just sidle on along from there? No. So something else I want to say, because obviously now you've been doing the YouTube stuff for over 10 years, and then obviously the video editing as well for 5. Is that if you had the power to change anything you've done on YouTube in this time, would you actually change anything, or are you just like very happy with the absurdity you've been producing for the last decade?
I think if I tried to change anything, the results would still be the same. So if I had to change absolutely anything, I would try to monetize cold as early as possible, because, oh boy, I paid for my bills.
Because that's the thing, yeah, because the videos that are under, well, it's now 8 minutes, it's not 10 minutes anymore, it's 8 minutes, so, you know, short videos make more money and all that.
Right.
But, like, yeah, really short videos, then they don't make a lot of money, because the only adverts you get are occasionally at the start, like, and that doesn't even happen a lot. But for 31 million views, like, that changes perspectives a lot. Like, you can make a lot off that. So yeah, you could pay the bills. That would be very good. So did you leave it really late? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think I also got to the stage where I was like trying to do it as a job, or like trying to make a Patreon, or like trying to do everything. Yeah. And I realized that it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
You got to make YouTubes for you can't make them for every single person ever. You got to make yourself laugh, and then that'll work for everyone else. That's the same with most content in general, I feel.
Yeah, that's like the question you get asked the most, like when someone goes, "Oh, what should you do when you're making a YouTube channel? You know, what tips have you got?" You just go, "Make what you enjoy." Like, it's the most cliche thing, but it just is the best answer you can give. It's like, just make the things that you like.
Absolutely, and you can be inspired by other people, and you can still develop your skills in time. But like, the best thing to do is just make stuff that you enjoy, and if you're entertained by it, other people will be too.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I can back that. That was good. But yeah, I think I'm of a mind where I'm kind of like, if anything, if you change anything, I'm one of those. I guess could you say philosophical types? I don't really think you could say philosophical, but it's kind of like, if you change anything, then that will affect where you are now. Like, as much as I hate Bank Heist 101 for the meme it's created, like, if I hadn't made that, like, who knows where I'd be now?
Exactly. It's like, you can't change the past, and it's got you here, and if you're happy with where you are now, and you're excited for the future, what more could you ask for?
What happens if you're not happy, though?
Oh, give up.
It's either one end of the spectrum or the complete opposite. There's no middle ground. It's like, either you're really happy or just give up. I've had enough.
It's all in absolutes.
Yeah. Wow. Only a Sith does those. Did you know that? I hate myself. Can we move on quickly, please?
Funny reference.
Can we please move on quickly?
Reference.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. No, we're moving on. Forget it. Ugh. I'm really upset now. I'm really upset. I've just really embarrassed myself there. But yeah, something else it actually leads quite well onto the next thing I was going to ask you, which was, what advice have you got for people starting on content creation? Obviously, the first thing, as we both said, is, do what you enjoy, but from your perspective, maybe, because obviously the way that you and I do YouTube is very different. Like, I'm doing like news stuff and occasionally trying to be funny and not always succeeding at it, whereas you're like doing really heavily edited like edits of like media stuff, which I wish I could do and just do not have the talent to do as much as I wish I did. So like, is there any different kind of advice you'd offer for people looking to do that kind of thing?
Specifically like highly edited stuff?
Yeah.
The best advice I can give is just do it, upload it, try and get as much feedback as you can, and try not to, you know, like, you'll get a lot of negative feedback with anything you do, but if you can twist that into something constructive, you can build upon that and just focus on improving your skills.
Yeah.
So I think it is just practice, but you also got to have the right mindset going in. Not if you go in for just money, you're going to be either burnt out or you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
Because if you're just trying to make content for money, it's not going to get you anywhere.
That's the problem with YouTube now, is that like, because it's such a monetizable platform, everyone imagines that as soon as you make a channel, you're going to make loads of money. It's like, it's not how it works. It's just not. And I did the same thing as you.
Isn't.
Like,
You just got to get lucky.
Yeah, like I did one video that I've got, that I still think is still the most popular video. It might not be for much longer, but it was one of those recreations of a Payday 2 trailer in GTA, and like, it was so funny because at the time I used to get so few views that it suddenly got like 700 views, and I made a video saying thank you for that. Like, it's so weird how like perspectives change over time. Like, now if a video gets 700 views, it's a Payday one, I go, oh dear.
Oh,
but like,
no.
yeah, like literally, like if it doesn't get 1,000 views, I'm like, oh, okay, so don't make anything like that again. Cool, gotcha. But yeah, like it started shooting up, and I didn't monetize it until it was like at 100,000, and I was like, oh, well, I could have got an extra like £5 off this. Whereas for you, you're talking about like 31 million views. Like, you actually could have paid your bills. So. Oh.
Yeah, a bit of a missed opportunity there.
Yeah, you need to teach me how to get million view videos, because, you know, I've never actually got that.
Simple 3-step process.
Okay, talk me through.
Something that's popular.
Right.
Something that's stupid.
Right.
/ shareable / meme. They're all kind of in the same boat.
Yep.
And 3. Yeah, no, that's it. That's all you gotta do.
I mean, that makes it easy to do, easy to replicate, so I'll keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. But no, like...
So, like, what's the next... You look at the next Disney movie. I think it's, like... that Last Dragon movie. I don't know anything about it.
Do we count Mulan?
It's an animated movie.
Because that's about to come out. That's that's out in 2 days, I think, on Disney+.
Yeah.
So
if someone made a Mulan YouTube poop right now in Chinese... Oh man, that's a whole new market. I'm gonna do that.
Do it, go for it. You might as well.
I don't know Mandarin in the slightest, but I'm gonna do it.
I don't speak Chinese, but I will learn for this video. Installs Duolingo.
Absolutely. The owl's just outside my window, just like, oh, finally, he's learning.
Someone's going for it. Yes, okay. The meme's dead, and now people are still using Duolingo. Oh no, my mum downloaded Duolingo at one point because she's really good with French. Like, she was really proficient with it when she was younger, and she still like is really quite good with it now. And at one point she was like, I'm just gonna try and like practice my French and make sure it's still really good. And I was like, how are you doing that? And I walked over and saw the bird on her phone and went, oh my god, she's using Duolingo.
It's in the house.
I was just like, it's gone beyond the meme now. Someone's actually using it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they like made the meme.
Imagine if they did.
Sneaky marketing tactic.
It was just all some big slime marketing tactic to get everyone to download Duolingo. Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Oh dear. Be a bit creepy, but it would be amazing.
Makes sense.
It does make sense. It really does. Okay, so let's look a little bit to the future then. So now you've got your editing job, which is full time, which means you don't make nearly as many YTPs as you used to. Cries. Are there any particular projects that you're working on or you'd like to make in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got like a major project I've been working on for, I say the last 2 years, but it's been really on and off. Because I've got to the stage where like, one of the main reasons I haven't made much stuff is because I edit for a job.
Yeah.
I want to edit for a hobby. And it's become so much of a full-time job that like I can't mentally set aside the time to go, oh, let's start doing this, because it feels like a chore.
Yeah.
So I'd have to be in the right mindset, or like, you know, have like a decent break between the two. But I'm working on It's hard to describe. I've like kind of announced it. It's a variety show with my green screened decapitated head
What?
called The Head of Myself.
What? What? I have so many questions. I think we'd be here for 3 hours.
All you need to know is it's in development. It's like a real passion project, which means it will take like 3 more years to even see the light of day.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'm still waiting for Schlock 8, mate. That's all I'm waiting for.
Oh, won't be too long, I say.
Oh,
Looking at the next 3 jobs I've got to do.
Because that was so funny. I think that was probably also why I assumed that with Game Theorist you only started like in the last couple of years. Because with Schlock 1 through to 5, I think, maybe even 6, like they were every month, and then Schlock 7 was like 2 years later. It was like there's this sudden curve where it just took ages to release, and I was just like, "Aw!" And then when I remember you uploaded it, I was like, "Oh my god, he did another Schlock! He's actually doing more! Yay!" Because like that's the thing with such a finite show like Schlock, you're like he could do 12 episodes on all the episodes. Actually, no, wait, there's not 12, is there? There's 13 because they had the Christmas one that one time. Right, 13. So like you could do like, oh my god, you know that you could do 13 episodes, and then when he's like stopping, I'm like, "Oh." It's like, no, you've started this series, you're going to finish it, and you're going to like it.
Absolutely, yeah. Eventually.
10 years time, the final one comes out. I'm like, married with kids. God, wouldn't that be nice? And then I was really like, oh my god, just show like my 1-year-old child this video of Schlock, Schlock 13. Just like, look at this. And the kid just looks like, just stares at it in confusion.
Dad.
His first word, first word is just like, Schlock. And I'll look and I'll go, oh no. Oh dear.
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Yeah, neither would I. Much as I like Schlock, I would not want anybody's first word to be Schlock. Oh god. I just that's giving me really painful thoughts now. I'd be 31 by that point. Do you know what, right? For 21 years old, I have had a remarkable number of midlife crises already.
Starting off early, are we?
Like genuinely, like when I turned 20, I went, oh my god, I've been alive for 2 decades now. Where's my life going? And literally for about 3 days was like, I'm getting so old. What am I doing? What's going on in my life? Like, it worries me how much I freak out over that.
I think you see how many years you've got to have, like, oh wait, look at that. It's like people think once they hit like 30 or 35, life is just done. Like you've plateaued. You can't go any further than that.
Well, yeah, I mean, some people do, but you know what they say? It's not about the time, it's the person. Ha, inspirational quotes.
Exactly. And I'm going to work till I'm 31, in which case that's when my wrists will have fallen off.
And then hopefully you'll have made enough money off of cold to just live out your life. Just relax.
Just a series of residual things.
Yeah, cold just suddenly blows up again and gets like 60 million, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I've got loads more money. Right, cool, I'll just put my feet up now. I'm leaving Game Theory. Oh.
If I could get rich off of YouTube poop, I don't even think that would feel earned. It's like, oh, great.
How many of them even do you make money off? Like, do a lot of them get copyright claimed in any way?
It's completely random. It really is. Like, some I do. The ones which are like the major ones, I go, yeah, I might as well not try and monetize it. And then all of a sudden, someone jumps in, Warner Brothers, for instance, and just goes, no, my money.
Yeah.
We've got a few billions, but we're going to take a few more.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so it's really luck of the draw thing.
I think if it could be a testament to your editing. Like if you do enough editing to like the footage and the audio, so that the YouTube detection system can't pick it up, you know you're doing well with your video editing.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I feel like a problem is a lot of my editing is relatively minimalist because a lot of like other YouTube creators, way more talented than me, go into so intricate detail you wouldn't even know what show it's from, let alone what episode. For instance. Like, some of the SpongeBob ones are literal drug trips.
Oh, I've seen some of them. Like, they are very, 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 very strange videos.
They are. And you don't, like, from a viewing perspective, it looks like a whole bunch of mashed up junk. But if you look at it from, like, behind the scenes editing perspective, like, how did they do that?
Yeah, like, I have a lot more of appreciation for that, and I don't even make YouTube clips just from basic video editing. Like, when I occasionally do videos that are, like, when I try and be funny, which isn't very often, like, I'll make videos playing through stuff. Like I did a series where I played Payday 2 on the Xbox 360 because it's a really like old deprecated version of it that's really bad compared to like the current version. I was like, I'll play through this and make like a funny edit out of it, and I would spend like 2 or 3 days making the video, even though I wasn't adding loads to it, just because like I'm really slow and like perfectionist with this stuff. So like I do that, and then I look at like something like one of your videos or anything like that, and I'm like, oh my god, this person has no life to have spent this much time in here, because the amount of time that must have taken is ridiculous.
Correct. Yes.
Like I
No
don't
life.
know. I don't know how you manage it. I just do not. Like even now, like even when you finish uni, like even the balance there of just doing the editing alone, really. Because like, didn't you say to me earlier there were like 8 editors for Game Theory or something?
Yeah, there's a fair handful.
Yeah, because they upload quite a lot. I didn't realize they uploaded quite as much because I've never been a big Game Theory person. Never really watched them. It's never like I disliked them or anything. Just I never really checked them out. But
Same.
when I looked to do like some research, I was like, oh, there's actually quite a lot of videos here.
Yeah. And it's not like we can just like knock out a video in a day. Each video takes like at least 6 days to do, and that's like we split it each episode. So what? You can spend an entire day editing 2 minutes.
Blimey, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like the most
That's
recent
like the
one,
average.
the most recent one that your name's in the length is the Sonic is Too Powerful one. Which
yeah.
which was uploaded on my birthday. That's pretty cool. And it literally says the editors were Tyler Mascola and Alex Sedgwick. Like that's there. Like you did it with somebody else.
Yeah. And they're all fantastic editors too, but like I don't understand how so many of them have their own stuff on the side and they're not completely destroyed.
Yeah.
Like one of the editors, Dan, he's got like a full channel. He's got like 60,000 subscribers, so it's growing, and he puts possibly more effort into his videos than he does theory videos, and he puts a lot of effort into theory videos.
Blimey.
So like, I don't know how they do it, because I've tried that. It's impossible.
It's really not easy. Yeah, I can't. No, I couldn't. I really couldn't. The amount of time that takes, the effort, like, and that's the thing, like, why I chose to do weekly videos in the end, because like the YouTube algorithm can be so punishing to people who do daily videos, because if they take like a week off, it's like, oh, your videos aren't going to get recommended anymore, bye bye. But like,
it's just instant death. You took three days off. Nah,
yeah, literally. So that's why, like,
Yeah.
with me doing weekly, because I don't have the mental drive to do like daily videos, I wouldn't have enough to do. So I'm like, oh, if I do weekly, and then if I take like a week or two off, or like when I did a teaching placement at the start of the year, no, it wasn't the start of the year, it was end of last year. God, time is just I can't understand time anymore because of this year. But no, I did that teaching placement. Like I went for a good couple of months without making very many videos, and then when I came back, like videos were still doing well. I was like, this is cool. Like it doesn't matter how often I upload. Like I'll get in the algorithm if I make one that's interesting, because I don't make daily videos. So I've managed to avoid that trouble. There's some content creation advice: don't make daily videos unless you can stick to it, which nobody can for very long.
You can't do it unless you have a full team behind you, and even that's pain.
That's the thing with like that's what even makes me laugh with like Jacksepticeye. Like I grew up watching. Like, I'm gonna do the line that we both just talked about was very strange, but I did grow up watching a lot of his videos, and he used to do like 2 videos a day. Then he took like a month off and went, right, I'm gonna do 1 video a day. And now he's taking another break, and he's going, some days I just won't upload. Some days if I don't feel like it, I'm just not gonna make a video. And it's like just watching how he's evolved over time to go from 2 a day, 1 a day to whenever I feel like it. Like you can see for doing 2 videos a day for years, I don't know how he managed it. I really don't, especially without an editor. When he didn't have one to start, like it's mental. I don't.
It's like the start of when we started Game Theory. There wasn't a bunch of editors. There was like 3 or 4, at least when I joined in. I was doing everything, including animation, on Premiere, which is like mostly just a video editing thing. It's not like animation.
Yeah.
And I'd be working day to night to day, sometimes without any breaks, just trying to get it done.
Seriously.
And looking at it now, yeah, it's crazy. And like now it's gone so much better. They've actually evolved and everything, and now we actually take personal responsibility instead of saying, yes, I am a machine for the company. It's kind of like, I'm a human, I need a break. And they've been
I need coffee.
Really good with that. Exactly. But they're like super understanding. They're just like you've been working, like this is all your fault. I'm like, I know, but like, oh, it's crazy.
Oh God, honestly. I still don't know how you do it. I still don't know.
Well, currently I don't. I haven't actually worked on a YouTube boob in a long time. Like I think the last one I uploaded was on April Fool's.
Yeah.
And the last one I worked on was a Sonic one, and that's like halfway done.
You're working on a Sonic YTP. My day is so much better now.
Yeah, it's called Sonic.
Of course it is. Because why wouldn't it be? Oh
I
god.
said on Twitter I wanted to make a Sonic YouTube P and call it YouTube P. That's a new one. YouTube Poop and call it Sonic. And I'm a man of my word.
Well, there you go.
It's going to happen. Eventually.
Eventually. Ugh. Well, you know what? We've got plenty of projects to look forward to from you then, even if they take 50 years.
Yeah.
If YouTube hasn't
I'll work
died
from
and
whatever
burned.
state they are after I've died.
Yeah, you just end up getting to the point where, like, even if you make videos quickly, you just schedule them for like 3 years away. And then, like, you'll have a legacy that lasts like 200 years because one will publish like every year.
That's a fantastic idea. Excuse me while I kill myself doing it.
Yeah, just make loads of YouTube posts back to back, set up all the dates, then just die. There you go. You've achieved your life goal. You've achieved your life goal.
Perfect.
Oh, honestly.
And then
right.
and then the very last video in like 300 years is another Redbone meme.
Oh god, yeah. Oh, I forgot. Should have brought that up for a little joke because you did at one point when the Redbone thing was a meme. You literally uploaded. Was it 50 videos in the end? Like 50 Redbone memes back to back.
It was 25 at the exact same time.
Ah, okay.
Originally it was going to be 100, but then reality struck after the third one, I think.
Yeah, and yet you still did another 22.
Oh yeah, why not?
Oh my god! But yeah, I remember. Like, did you say it was a test to see how many people would unsubscribe? Because that doesn't seem like a healthy strategy for YouTube.
I like going against the YouTube algorithm because it confuses them and occasionally gives the views back. It's like throwing a paradox for a computer and it just breaks.
I mean, honestly, some of them, like, you could tell were not, like, very good ideas, didn't get a lot of views. And you got some that actually did get, like, meme compilation and stuff, like, with, like, hundreds of thousands of views. It's like...
Which was not the intent. The intent was the complete opposite.
Yeah, well, you know, if you bet on the same square in a roulette table for long enough, you're eventually going to win, aren't you? Like, you make 25 Redbone videos, you're bound to get one that does well, like...
Here's to the next 75.
Here's to the next 75. I agree. I'm all here for that. And on that note... That's a good point to bring it to a close, I think. So before we go, would you have any social pages you'd like to share to get some love and support? If you don't, I'll just force them anyway.
Fair enough. Apart from my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Numberer1, which is the word number with an ER and then a 1. Don't ask about the name. I don't get it either.
Yeah, I don't really.
On Twitter, it's Numberer_1. Because some bastard took the other one.
Well, don't worry. I'll leave the links in the description as well anyway. So if anyone has any trouble with spelling. Any other social medias you want to share, Sedge, even though you don't upload there anymore?
Oh,
should we share
throw
Sedge?
it out there. Why not?
Yeah.
I don't see why not. It's got a lot of content there if you like really offensive Australian Let's Plays. Only watch the highlights, they're the only good bits.
So basically, if you like Fits, they'll like
The
you.
recent ones. Pretty much, yeah.
And do you know what? You know, just to ram this joke home even further, I'm going to have Number1's YouTube, Numberer1's Twitter, Sedge's YouTube, Bang Heist 101. That's going to be the description. Like,
Beautiful. Fantastic.
We've pushed the meme so much, I'm just going to slide it in. Like, when this uploads, I will send you the link, and you can look in the description, and you'll go, he did it. The mad lad did it.
I salute you.
I don't salute myself, so don't worry. I painfully shrug.
Just walk off into the bath, turn it on, cold water only, and just sit there and think about what you've done.
Yeah. I think I've needed to do that for a long time. I think now might be the time I finally do it. So, yeah.
Better than never.
Cool. Well, okay. Thanks very much for coming on to the episode, Alex. I hope it's been somewhat of an entertaining time for you, even though, like, just tolerating me is probably a challenge.
Welcome to the club.
2 people who secretly hate each other that actually just did a podcast together. No. I mean, after all the kiss-ass behaviour I had towards you in 2017, like, I'm just glad there's some actual nice stuff here that isn't just, hey, I've got very little subs, please follow me on Twitter.
Follow him on the YouTube, he's really good at stuff.
Yeah, I'm really good at doing
That's my endorsement.
Yeah. I'm really good at doing the things. Like, you just gonna tweet that out now, like, when I put the podcast out, you just share it, be like, go watch this, he's really good at the stuff. You're actually gonna do that now, aren't you?
Just you watch.
Oh, God, I'm scared. Okay. Right, well, thank you all very much for listening. Once again, if you are listening early on Patreon, thank you for pledging your support. Greatly appreciated. If you do fancy going over and listening early, that's www.patreon.com/RedArcherLive. But thank you, everyone, for listening. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time with, as I've teased, another payday guest. Hope you're looking forward to it. Until then, thank you all for listening. I'll see you later. Do you want to say bye as well, or...?
No.
Just a laggy... Oh, God, you're lagging too. Okay, we're done. We're done. Bye, everyone.
See ya.
That really wasn't very good, was it?